Hello, my name is Frida Manzanares and my partner is
Maley, Tavera, and this is for physics1415.
On a daily basis, physics is used to do many things, or we might not know that we're using certain aspects of that subject to complete a task. Timbre, sound waves, resonance, frequency, and pitch are all factors that affect how the violin sounds when we play it. Without those music-related physics terms, the instrument would not detect the same sound.
Today I'm going to be showing you how different physics terms are depicted on the violin. For example, the tone depends on how hard or soft the violinist presses on the violin with his or her bow. If you want a high tone, then you will have to press harder on the string with your bow, rather than if you're aiming for a softer, more subtle tone, then you have to press more delicately on the string. It is more quieter. Timbre comes into play when a violinist is playing a scale. For example, the scale of D on the violin requires for the violinist to move onto the A string to complete it. This is the scale of D. When I play the scale, not all the strings sound the same. Why is that? They're all different and they all have unique different sounds. The violinist would have to distinguish the sound of one string from another in order to make sure he or she is playing the right scale. When the player is tuning the instrument, he or she moves the pegs on the upper part of the violin. This is the upper part, or the lower part, which is down here. In order to make sure your violin is in tune, you have to move those. Frequency is seen in this change because the strings are going from a tighter to a higher pitch. The violin requires for those physics terms to be portrayed, or else the sound that comes from the instrument. The first online database that I used was Fast Recognition of Musical Sounds Based on Timbre by Trevor R. Higgos. The second article was Evolution of Tonal Organization and Music Mirrors, Symbolic Representation, A Perceptual Reality, Part 1, Prehistoric, by Lasky Nikolowski. The second article I used was Requirements for Low Frequency, Reverberation, and Spaces for Music, Part 2, Auditoria, for Performances and Recordings, by Helmut V. Busch.